Hi guys. I know it's pandemic time and a lot of you are trying to find things to do at home. Um, so today I'm going to be teaching you how to play the guitar. Um, I'm just going to dive right into it. Um, so I'm going to be teaching you how to play any song that you want. Um, there's two steps to that. It's a two-step process. The first step is to go on Google and type in guitar chord chart. So you'll be taking a look at this guitar chord chart to learn like all the chords that you need to know, and plus I'll be able to teach them to you today. Um, all you really need to do is that first step is to learn all the chords. And the second step is to just go on Google and type in your favorite song and with the word chords after it. And once you type that in, you'll be able to find any song that you want in chords version so that you can play it using the chords that you know, which is great. I'll be teaching you how to play guitar chords. So first, we're going to take a look at the guitar. I've been playing for years and years now, but this is your standard like acoustic guitar. It's an Art and Luthery guitar. Anyway, the main parts to the guitar are the neck that you see along here, the head, the tuning keys, which you can use to tune your guitar to the right pitch, which you can use to turn all your strings to the right pitch, which I'll show you in another video. And these are the frets, these lines, these separations along the neck. And these little dots are the fret markers. So for most of the chords that you'll be learning today, you'll have to use mostly like just the first two frets, if not the third fret as well, to play the chords that you want to play. Chords are basically different hand positions that you use to make certain sounds on your guitar. For example, this A chord, this is how you play the A chord. You use your pointy finger and place it right here on the third string, well, on the fourth string actually, and then you place your middle finger right here, and then your ring finger right here on the second string. That's the A chord. So when you play these chords, you have to make sure that like you sort of like wrap your do this whichever way is the most comfortable for you, but place your thumb on the back of the neck here, and whichever sort of position is the most comfortable for you, and then place your fingers on the fret like that you have to like place it on, and you'll be able to play it. And when you take a look at the chord chart, right, it'll tell you how to play the A chord with these three fingers. It'll tell you that the first string, let me just bring this a little bit closer here. The first string is open and the fifth string is open. So you play those as open strings, and you mute the sixth string. So you can mute that like by sort of like slightly pressing your thumb over the sixth string. So that's how you play the A chord. That's what it looks like. Now, with the B chord, you'll have to use your pinky finger as well. So for the B chord, we place our pinky finger on the second string, and also keep in mind that when you take a look at the chord chart, the string on the right side will correspond to the bottom string, which is the E string. So this is how you play the B chord. It's you use these three fingers on the 4th fret, and you place them on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string, and you use your pointy finger on the 5th string. So with this technique, you sort of have to press the top E string, the first string, with part of your pointy finger here. So you'll be able to see that in your chord chart. And your chord chart, you can download them, you can print them, you can do whatever you want. But I think it's helpful if you print a chord chart out so that you can practice like on a daily basis. And once you do practice, you'll get the hang of it. And you know, the more time you spend on it, like the more you'll be able to get it more easily. And each song with chords that you find on Google has different chord sequences. That's what basically like songs have. They have different chord sequences. So they might have like a sequence like GAC, for example, for an intro of a song, right? So you might want to play GAC like. So that's basically the GAC chord sequence. And then the middle of a song could have like an A minor C D chord sequence, for example, and the end of the song could have like a different chord sequence or whatever, right? So you want to learn how to play all these chords, these 7 major chords, and then 7 minor chords. And once you learn all the different 14 different chord variations, you'll be able to play any song that you want, which is absolutely great, right? Like you'll be able to play like just, you know, like everything's online, like everything's on the internet these days. You can print out songs and just play them with your friends and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what's cool about it. So that's the B chord. Now I'm going to show you the C chord. So the C chord is a little bit more simple than the B chord. You place your pointy finger on the 2nd string on the 1st fret, and then your middle finger on the 4th string on the 2nd fret. And then if you guys can see this like up close here, I'm going to show it to you up close. You place your ring finger on the 3rd fret on the 5th string. So and then you mute the 5th string. When you take a look at guitar chord charts and the guitar chords on them, you might see like an X or an O next to the string, right? And if it's an O, then you play the open string, right? But if it's an X, that means you don't play that string. So again, if it's an O, you play that string, and if it's an X, you don't play that string. So for the C chord, they would show an X next to the left most string, like on the chord chart. So that would correspond to the bottom string. So you would not play that string. So this is how you would play the C chord. You guys can see it up close. Now the D chord is a little bit different. You place your middle finger here on the 2nd fret, your ring finger here and your pointy finger here, and there will be X's on the chord chart on the bottom 2 strings. So you don't play those strings, you only play 4 strings. And you guys will notice this, like as you play and stuff like that, you might develop calluses on your fingers, which means that you're doing a good job and your fingers are just getting used to playing the guitar and pressing the strings really hard. So that's D, A, B, C, D, E. E is very simple. You just take these 2 fingers here, you place them on these strings here, and you place your pointy finger on this string here, and this is the E major chord. And these are all the major chords I'm teaching you. I taught you A major, B major, C major, D major, and now this is E major. And now F major is a little bit of a tricky one, but not too tricky. I'm sure you guys can all do it. You place, this is what it's going to look like. This is what F looks like, F major. So that was F. Yeah, again, like with some chords like B and F, you have to sort of like fret the whole fret like with one whole finger, which takes some practice, but it can be done, and has been done by millions of guitar players, I'm sure. So G, you simply place your ring finger on the first string, and you place your middle finger on the bottom string, on the left string, and then your pointy finger on this string here. So now we have A major through G major, which are your major chords, which are the chords that you basically need to know for like a lot of songs. So let's run through them again and what they look like. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I mean, that was a variation of G, but I mean, this is actually how you play G. But I play G like this. So those are your major chords, which builds a solid foundation for you to learn the other chords, because the major chords are similar to the minor chords. But, I mean, they're similar in the way you place your hands, but they sound slightly different. For example, we would call the major chords the happy chords, and the minor chords the sad chords. Just because they see, you'll see what I mean. This is A major, and A minor sounds like this. So it is, you know, a little bit sad, and so like they're used to express like certain types of emotions and things like that through music, which is really cool. So yeah, once you have all the major chords down pat, you'll be able to learn the minor chords, I think, a lot more easily and a lot more quickly and effectively. So this is what A minor looks like. Your pointy finger is here, and then you use your your middle finger and your ring finger on the second fret, and you don't play the bottom string, so that's A minor. B minor looks like this. And C minor is actually the same thing, but just moved up a fret. C minor looks and sounds like this. Hang on. My hands are getting a little numb. I haven't played in a while. D minor looks like this. And then E minor is one of the really easy ones. It's a really good one. E minor just looks like this. And then F minor, with F minor you basically play it like this. Well, actually, I tend to play it like this because it's a lot easier. So whichever way suits you best. That's how I play F minor. So that's what that looks like. Yeah, and so once you've learned all the chords, you'll be able to put them together and play different chord sequences for your favorite songs that you search up on the internet, or you can even make up your own songs, which is really cool. Yeah, so let's take a look at a song here, an example that I have, just to see if we can play a song, just to show you like just a song, like for an example of like a chord variation. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So that was an example of a song that Green Day, Time of Your Life. I'm sure you know it. My generation knows it. Anyway, a last final note that you guys will need to know, I mean if you don't already know, is it's good to buy guitar picks because like you can strum without guitar picks. You can strum. You can definitely can. Like you can do, and you can like there's different strumming patterns as well. We'll get into that in another episode. But like for general purposes, it's good to just go head to like a guitar store or like even like on Amazon or whatever, just order a bunch of guitar picks, and they'll be able to help you strum and play, and there's different methods of like picking too, like yeah. So that's a final note for you guys. Go out and get some guitar picks. Yeah, so I hope that everyone learned a lot today. I hope that this session was informative, and if anyone has any questions, feel free to comment here on YouTube. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for now. Peace out, guys.